So you said this is coming out in October?
Yeah,
right? Okay.
Yeah, should be available. Definitely.
All right.
Best Buy.
Best Buy is going.
Get it.
Okay.
You want to get it in person, and then you can also order them online. But I think they'll have it on Amazon.
That's what I've been checking. So.
You never can judge on the demand of these things.
Right.
You know, like the last one, I'm not sure what the fabrication.
Okay. Well, either way, I'll be picking it up.
Yeah.
Provided I can get it.
Counting
So.
on that. Yeah,
All right. Well, good talking to you again.
Hey everybody, welcome back to H&S Collectibles. This is Cody, and so this is a video I've been dying to make all weekend. It's Sunday right now, and I actually got this Friday, but I've been waiting on this since July. So if you go back through my videos and look, back in July I attended a convention in Louisville where I got to meet the rest of the Phantasm cast. I had previously met Angus Scrim at a convention, I think in 2015 or 16. Just an awesome guy, a great experience meeting him. And then at this convention I got to meet Don Coscarelli, Michael Baldwin, Bill Thornberry, Reggie Bannister, and Cat Lester, and really get a lot more autographs on my Phantasm records. So if you go back to those videos, you can see them. I'll flash up a couple pictures of my autographs from him just to go over it. But when I met Coscarelli, it was truly the best experience I'd ever had at a convention. I did the VIP pass. I got to spend a lot of time with the Phantasm guys and just had a ball. So Phantasm is one of my favorite movies ever. Watched it since I was a little kid, and I feel like it's one of the series I grew up with. Part 1 was out, of course, when I was like 2, but I watched it as a young kid, and then I got to go see Part 2 in the theater, and then grab the others on VHS as they came out. But when I met Coscarelli at his table, he had a prototype of the new box set, and we talked about it. I shot a little video of it that I had on my channel that I included at the beginning of this. So I've only been aware of this since July, but I actually got to hold it back in July. So it was just killing me waiting for this thing to come out, and it had such a problem with production. It was supposed to be out in October. It got pushed back to December, and then we never heard anything. Was it coming? Was it not coming? I had no idea. It just drove me crazy, and I know the way that the last set sold out, I wanted to make sure that I got this one. I do have the other set, and I'll show that here in a minute, but I wanted to make sure that I got this. It was just really, really bothering me. And I know, Scott, I don't know if you're watching this. I know you've probably got tired of me pinging you on Facebook and saying, have you heard anything yet? Have you heard anything yet? Those of you familiar with my videos, Scott is a friend that I met at that convention with the Phantasm guys. And he is a huge Phantasm fan himself, and he was kind enough to send me a couple of very awesome Tall Man collectibles if you go back and look at my videos. So yeah, there we go, finally got it open. So let's get into this, and then I'm going to show you kind of how it compares to the other box set. So first off, you can see the sphere in there. You can see the DVD set. Pretty cool artwork on the side. Same on both sides. And it says here on the back, this new limited edition collection of Phantasm includes a scale replica. The sphere was sized to the exact measurements of a screen-used prop in Coscarelli's personal collection. This collection also debuts a new 4K scan of the original negative of Phantasm 2. For the first time ever, This director cut includes never before seen X-rated sphere gore that was banned by the MPAA at the time of the theatrical release. Coscarelli supervised and approved. Experience Phantasm 2 like never before. Other than Phantasm 2, I think the Blu-ray transfers in this collection is much like the other sets. So when you open the top, there's the CUDA. Of course, I have always been a Mopar guy, and but I've always been a huge fan of the CUDA. 1971 CUDA, my dream car, but it'll probably never happen. Not with my budget. Let's see, so there's the sphere. Got it out of the box. Just going to set it to the side. So I am a little bit torn. I don't really know if I'm going to display this sphere outside or in the box. So down inside the box is the little plastic stand and the blades. It tells you on the side there. And there's some artwork inside of here. Kind of like a stained glass window like in the mausoleum. The tall man in the back. And let's see. And it's really fun to get out of here, I'll tell you. Trying to do it without destroying the box. I don't know. There we go. Okay. Then looks like marble in the bottom, but that's just an insert. So we'll start off with the let's start off with the sphere. That's what everybody's interested in. So there's the sphere. Get this open. Don't you just love when people make videos and make you sit and wait on what they're doing? Here's the stand, just kind of a run-of-the-mill little plastic stand. And then the blades are packed in a little bit of bubble wrap here. I already watched Ben over at Cadaver Club. He was able to get his the day it released. So was Andrew over at Hay and that Devon Graham. Both of them did great videos detailing this thing. When I looked, there was not a Best Buy within 70 miles of me that had the sphere. And so I went ahead and I just ordered it online. It showed that you could order online. And it so happened they sent me my shipping info and they said, all right, expected delivery date is mid-January. And I thought, okay, I've played this game before with Best Buy and Amazon. It's gonna come down to the wire and they're gonna cancel my order because they're out of stock. That's what I figured would happen. And I was lucky enough that I had family that was in Ohio, and I ordered it into a store in Cincinnati, and they stopped and picked it up for me. Then I went to cancel the online order, and they had already shipped it. So for a brief period, I actually had 2 of these sets here in my office, but I have a friend who really wanted one that lives about 5 minutes away, so he bought that first one off, or that online one off of me. So looking at the sphere, it looks really good. I mean, it's the only sphere that I have. The only other sphere that I have is a miniature Christmas ornament from Mondo. Couple things I will say off the bat. If you're not going to be able to see this in the camera. Actually, you're just seeing reflections of my office, but there's some spots here under the blade, some pitting, and then you can see a line of distortion around the center of the sphere. It's kind of almost like a seam, like where they put the 2 halves together, almost like it's round to a point and then it flattens off. And I can see that all the way around. It's a little bit thinner on this side than it is on this side, but I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. I think this is awesome. This is very cool. I am going to buy a Sphere replica this spring at the next convention that's coming up from Nightmares Unlimited. Look him up on Facebook. He's got some great Sphere work and Reanimator stuff and Freddy Krueger gloves that he makes. But I'm going to buy a Sphere from him. So come late March, you'll get to see a video of what I pick up from him. But the blades go in, and you have it there. So, too cool. So that's the Sphere. And like I said, I might put it back in the box. I don't know. We'll see. The movies themselves come in this sort of small package. It's about a ½ inch shorter than a regular Blu-ray case, which is fine. I don't care about what size it is, but you got that artwork on the cover of the Tall Man, and on the back is kind of a young-looking Jody, an older-looking Mike, and then Reggie from about part 2. Just looking at him, I'd say, sitting on the front end of the CUDA, like they're ready to go. The end has these little rivets, which is kind of a nice touch, kind of cool. And it just slides out. This is definitely a cardboard paper, but laminated and pretty heavy. Nice. And then the kind of a little media book. It's the same artwork as on the Steelbook. And when you first thing you see when you open it is all 5 posters lined up. And then the movies themselves. Now they package these similar to how they did the Godzilla movies in the Criterion collection, where they're just inset into a space. I wish that they were out to the top so you could actually grab them, but better than the Godzilla case, in this one you can actually get a hold of these things and bend the back a little bit. There's the first one. And special features are new commentary, new footage, black and white flashback footage of the horse-drawn hearse, the episode of Graveyard Cars where they build the CUDA, deleted scenes, theatrical trailer, more. And this is the restoration that J.J. Abrams did. So, Phantasm 2. There it is. Let's see, behind the scenes footage, additional scenes, deleted scenes, The Ball Is Back featurette, The Gory Days featurette, commentary from Coscarelli, Angus Scrimm, and Reggie Bannister. Of course, the director cut that I mentioned. Phantasm 3 has commentary, documentary, so on and so forth. And I'll just go through them and quit reading the special features to you. You can get them online somewhere. But then there's Phantasm 4, Phantasm 5, Ravager, which I do enjoy. If I had to pick one that I don't like, it's part 3. I think 3 is the weakest. And then you get this bonus disc. And the bonus disc has a documentary on how Ravager was made, a recap of the first 4 Phantasm films by Phantasm Ravager director, Phantasm Genesis, and much, much more, it says. So I have not watched any of these yet. Tonight is the first time that I've opened them. And this is some of what I'm going to be doing on Christmas vacation. So I'm going to work all week and then be off. And while we're on Phantasm and these sets, I'm going to go ahead and show you. So I'm glad that I have both. If you couldn't get this set, this is an awesome set to get. But I would have bought this set anyway, just to get the Sphere and to get the director cut of Phantasm 2. But what I liked about this set one real nice box it come with. And let's see, these are all the rated R, so I'm going to have to see if there's some differences, because all 5 of these in this set, the old set, show rated R, and this set shows that part 1 is rated R, part 2 is not rated, 3 is unrated, 4 is rated R, and Ravager is not rated. So it'd be interesting to try to spot what the differences are between them. But this was a very nice set. You got each movie in its own individual case. You got a very nice poster of the new dang it, the new cover artwork for the collection. And the flip side is the artwork for the J.J. Abrams remaster. And it came with this booklet that has, oh, I don't know, well, it says 113 pages, all about the movie. I've had this since it came out, and I've never read this book. That's how pathetic I am. I'll get to it sometime if I ever have the time. But then you get the movies, and I really dug these alternate covers. So they do have, you can see the original artwork there behind the disc. You can see that's the original Phantasm cover. But then it had, you know, just a ball and a Roman numeral 1, 2, 3. You know, I like how they all were so similar and just so subtle. And clear cases instead of blue. But this was a great set to have, and I got this, I got real lucky, and I got this for $60 when it first came out, when it was first released on Amazon. Then it jumped to $80, and then I think it jumped to like $120 or something like that, and now everybody wants $200 or more for it, it seems like, if it's new. Hopefully the release of this will drive down the cost of that in the aftermarket. So if you can get both, I recommend getting both. If you're a Phantasm fan, I've got these. I've got the Steelbook. I've got the original standard def releases for parts 1, 2, and 4. I've got the Scream Factory Part 2 with the slipcover. I've got so many copies of Phantasm, it seems like they're coming out of my ears, but I'll keep buying them. One of my favorites. So that's enough for this video. I've wasted enough of your time. Hope you enjoyed looking at these. Lots more to come in the coming weeks, so like and subscribe. I'll talk to you later, and take care until then, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thanks.